USA. Yeah.
All right, welcome to
Episode 01.
episode 01 of
The big 01.
the big 01 of our
Patreon exclusive.
This is our
Patron only.
bonus.
Yeah, this is like you're partying
Yeah.
backstage.
You've cried out.
Yeah, you've got the VIP pass, and now you're like behind the
Yeah. But no, we've been talking about we want to do actual dedicated content for patrons because it's growing and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we absolutely want to
Well,
reward
on the
people.
Patreon, we have this like the second tier and up. It's like monthly chat sessions or
Right.
whatever. And so I think this could turn into that.
Sure.
We're looking for a way for it to turn into that. So ideally, these would be at some point live or something,
Right.
so you can like tune in.
At the very least, it'll be an additional.
But until we figure out
Yeah.
that and timing or whatever, this is going to kind of replace
Just extra content. For,
that. Yeah. So this is exclusive.
Yeah.
Content for you guys.
Yeah.
Made for Patreon, kind of
Yeah.
like the reviews.
And we don't really have a format for it. It will probably change from
What do you think? So?
episode. I think so. Well, we'll see how it goes. It's very laissez-faire.
This is very entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what we have for you, at least this week,
For this month
is a collection of kind of lightning round hot takes.
Yes.
So podcast style.
Yeah, so we have our kind of content list that we're always adding to, and some of the stuff is like, oh, that's a good like, we can expand that into this, and other stuff is kind of shorter, just oh, these things bother me. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
There's a lot
Or
of those.
something? Yeah, there's a few. There's a few. So
So we're not sure how long this will be. Now,
Yeah,
but
we're-
I guess we will by the end.
yeah, we'll
Shouldn't
know
have
by
said that. Fuck.
we will know by the end.
Okay. All right. You want to kick us off?
Yeah. So I want to start off with a little thing called the Subaru Boxer
Rumble.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Is it actually called like
Rumble.
I'm sure,
Yes.
but it's just a flat.
right? But isn't it like commonly known on like social media?
Yeah.
It's like Boxer Rumble.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a
I
hashtag
guess
and
so.
stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
because the unequal length headers.
It is the combination of the flat four being what, like the cylinders are 180 degrees out with unequal length header.
Right. That just causes
Exhaust
a
manifold.
very unique.
Does some weird.
Exhaust
It's
tone.
rumbly.
It is as like boring as Subarus are, not boring, but like
Right.
as like mainstream as they are, it's like an incredibly like distinct
Yes.
sound.
It's
Yeah.
it's similar to like the well, not similar, but like I remember when my dad got his 350Z, like that exhaust
the
note
VQ,
was like
yeah.
very
Right.
distinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tell.
the Nissan V6.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very like Wookiee.
Right.
It was cool for a second.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Especially since they still have it.
But yeah, there's many a meme of like, oh, I can hear it. Like I heard a Subaru and there's some dumb picture. Like you hear
Yeah.
it
So,
before you see
but
it.
it's like the way I feel about that is I don't really care either way about the sound. It's kind of like whatever. Like I wouldn't say like it sounds great. Like some people are like, oh my god, I just
I love that rumble.
love their own. What I don't like about it is that it's like when you hear other cars, there's kind of like some imagination to it. Like you'll hear like a V8, a loud V8,
And you're like,
you'll
what
be
is that?
And you'd be like, what? Like,
Yeah.
that might be something really stupid. It might be like a dumb truck, or it could be like something like a Ford GT or something. Like,
Right.
you don't quite know.
There's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Turn your head and
And then
investigate.
like, yeah, and even like a straight six could kind of be like that. Like it could
Yeah.
be something really dumb,
Sure.
or something really cool. But when you hear that Subaru sound, there's like.
There's
a-
nothing else.
There's a very low ceiling of like what you're going to see when
Yeah.
you hear that.
Yeah.
So it's like more likely than not, it's going to be like some crappily modded
Yeah.
cheap Subaru.
That's the worst part of it is like, it's fine when they first came out or like, the stock exhaust, but now every
Right.
dumb kid
Yeah,
puts
just
a
decats
an
it.
eBay exhaust
so
on it
we-
that has like zero cats
Yeah.
or, catless downpipes.
We've talked about the one that comes through my neighborhood.
Right.
It's like 11 o'clock. You just
Yeah.
I don't think you can hear them stock, right? They
it's
don't really
probably not.
They don't really make
No.
noise. So
I
if you
mean-
hear that thing, it's like,
Yeah.
here comes a modded.
I mean,
Yeah.
it still has a rumble stock. I mean, at least the STI
yeah, but like,
does.
you wouldn't like hear it.
Yeah.
Like down the
from outside
street.
the
Yeah,
car.
it's not droning. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, it almost like irritates me now when I hear that because you're just,
Here comes a
like,
modded Subaru.
yeah, it's like that. It's like, you
basically.
know, like you don't need to see, you know exactly what it is and you know it's not going to be that cool.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna. Oh, is that a Viper? Or like, nope, it's a.
Yeah, it's a very distinct. It's a modded Subaru, which is already like a pretty specific type of person.
Yeah.
So they say like the whole like "Let me play for you, the song of my people." It's like that's probably not true anywhere else as much as like the Subaru Rumble.
Yeah, it's like best case scenario, you're getting like a tastefully modded Subaru.
That's the
and that's
best.
like the best
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's the
get.
best it's possibly gonna get.
Yeah.
Or some grandma on like a rusted out legacy wagon or something that like that's like a pleasant surprise.
Muffler fell off.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I guess it still happens on non-turbo Subarus, but it's really
Oh, yeah.
prominent on turbo Subarus.
Yeah, when you just hear that, like,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think it's a good sound. Like if you strip away,
Yeah.
all the
the
baggage.
part
the
that
emotion.
you don't
It,
like.
it can be a good
I
sound.
mean, it can be a good. You can ruin any exhaust, but for a 4-cylinder,
Yeah, I don't.
it
I don't.
sounds pretty.
I
good.
don't dislike the sound. It's just
Yeah.
what it's come to.
Well,
be
like I said, the worst
What
is
it
when
represents.
the worst is when they do like catless downpipes.
you can
and,
smell it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
smell it,
that's-
and then or just straight eBay exhausts that don't
Yeah,
have
don't muffle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you put that on there, I was like, "Oh, I'm ready to like defend them." Because what 4-cylinders don't
No,
sound
no,
good.
we're going to sound like, oh man, that's sweet.
So it's like it's definitely the best sounding
Yeah.
4-cylinder. It's just it's been because of that fact.
Right.
Now, like if
It's
you
so
can
distinct.
possibly make it loud,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it. So yeah, agreed with that.
It's funny because most aftermarket headers are equal length just because the performance is better. Like you can get higher horsepower and so, but everyone's like, oh, I want to get these headers, but
Yeah, fuck that.
it'll get rid of the rumble.
Apparently, people with like the FRS and the 8.6 like do the opposite because those they have like equal length,
Oh, maybe, yeah.
and they change them to unequal length to get the boxer rumble.
That's what
Right.
he's talking about.
No,
No,
you're talking about the
I'm talking
opposite,
about like,
aren't
you know, on the STI, like when I upgrade the headers, it'll be equal length, so it gets rid of the rumble.
Yeah, but you're both saying that people will purposely choose unequal length headers to get the rumble
Yes.
over performance.
Right.
Yeah, well, except the opposite. I mean, the same effect, but doing the opposite because one doesn't come with
Yeah.
the 8.6 has equal length.
Yes, but in both cases,
Yes, it's very distinct
when
sound.
they
yes,
go
yeah.
to upgrade, the
Yes,
They
headers,
specifically want.
they
Right.
want
Yeah.
Right.
the sound. Yeah, fair enough. I think we're in agreement there.
Mm-hmm.
The sound has become
Synonymous with.
associated with unsavory, unsavory folk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Boxer Rumble.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you for tuning in.
we'll see you next
See you next month.
Yeah. 8 minutes long. That's all you get.
Yeah, part 2.
Okay, so next one is another one of mine. The other day I was driving at a 4-way stop, like a fairly busy one. You know when you see those 4-way stops, you're like, this shouldn't be a 4-way stop anymore.
Yeah, this needs to be
Yeah.
a fucking light.
right.
Yeah.
It was like one of those. It was just in the afternoon. And have you ever seen, like when you get there, like it's kind of hard to describe this without drawing it out.
Without a visual representation.
Yeah, but like you'll be stopped and like someone is. Goddamn, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this.
We'll help you.
So like someone is say turning, like you're there. Okay, so the car that has the right of way turns whatever way, and you should be next.
Yes.
But like because of the way
Well,
the car's
because
turning,
people don't understand.
The order of operations.
It's like this is more like they understand it, but like it's
They get
like
confused because someone turns.
No, I'm trying. It's really hard. This probably isn't a very good quick hot take.
This is really
Audio-wise.
it's cooling off.
But it's like,
it's just becoming a.
but it's like I'm trying to. So if one of the cars has to say turn, and he's going to be either blocking or opening up a spot, then one of the people who's like not, it's technically not their turn, but they can still go.
Yeah, they go
Because-
because now they
They have the space to go, and like
Right.
they're still
And the
waiting
other
for like
guy's
the
gonna
other
be
guy.
blocked or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So like I saw someone do that. Like to me, like I it should have been my turn.
So
but-
what, here, let me re-summarize.
Yeah.
People at complex 4-way stops
Yeah.
who opportunistically go too soon. Basically.
yeah, like on purpose. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
deliberately.
right.
And it didn't even bother me. I was like, that's actually pretty sweet. Like when like he's technically not like getting in anyone's way.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, it's not really my turn, but I just went because I found
Yeah.
the opening and I went for it.
Yeah.
So
Is that the end? Oh, gee. Okay.
yeah, thumbs up to that guy.
We're there
So,
now.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do something similar where if you get to a stop and it's not your turn, but the person across from you is coming straight, like,
Right.
just fucking go.
Right. Like when you can
Immediately go because no one else can go.
Yeah.
So like go. That's my
And
version of that.
It's also sort of in the same thing where sometimes on the unprotected left,
yeah.
some guy will just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Like he'll just like turn left before the car's even.
Yeah, as soon as the light's green, they'll punch it. That's a pretty
Yeah,
sweet
yeah,
move.
I like that one too.
Yeah. The other one that I do quite a bit because I live in a city with a like fairly foot traffic heavy downtown,
Right, and a lot of bicycles.
and it's laden with four-way stops.
Yeah.
Is you'll get to a four-way stop, but there'll be pedestrians, and so you learn to use the pedestrians to like block for you. It's like it's that guy's turn, but there goes some pedestrians, so I'm gonna go because he can't go. It gets pretty complex because it's like he can't cross because they're going
Right.
and the pedestrians are all. It's California, so they're all full of themselves. Like I know you've been sitting there for 30 seconds.
I'm
but
walking.
gonna fucking across the street now. Yeah. So that's the other one is like you'll end up like well, it's not my turn,
But
it's gridlocked
Yeah.
because there's strollers
so,
and
so
shit.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, that was.
I actually get irritated quite a lot when someone goes and it's not their turn at a four-way stop or just a stop sign in general. Like it happens going towards the freeway from my house. There's that one stop sign where like it's on Golden State, and Golden State's a pretty high traffic
Golden State.
Yeah.
high traffic road.
It's
and then,
essentially like a road that becomes the highway.
yeah. And so like people stop, but they're like, they're just anxious to go again. And so
Yeah.
like we'll get to the stop sign at the same time. And like technically I'm to their right. So
Yeah,
I have the
right.
right of way. And then they just start to go and I'm gonna go, fuck that. And I like pull out in my Jeep and
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
pretty much stop in the middle of the road. And they like always give me a dirty look. And I'm like, no, you need to fucking wait your turn,
Yeah, because
asshole.
they're going like 55 up to a stop
Stop sign, yeah.
that then
and then they
enters
always
onto
do,
the
yeah.
highway.
They
So
never
it's like-
actually ever come to a complete stop. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you roll that thing at like 20 miles.
Yeah.
It
The
is
old-
a stupid.
The Hollywood stop, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you smoke through that thing. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
so four-way stops. The next one, I'm sure you guys have. We've probably actually talked about this.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that's like sweet.
It's
about
not even just car related, just
No,
any
it's anything.
type of YouTube
so like
video.
yeah, so like it's so easy to get information on YouTube. It's probably like it's almost like replace the internet in a way,
For certain
like
things.
written. Like
Yeah.
if you're like
For like tutorials.
like how do I get this bolt out on
Yeah.
whatever? So like you'll look for it. You'll be like under the car,
Yeah.
or like someone else will be under the car. Like tell me how to do this.
Yeah.
So you like look it up. How do you remove this? And then usually the first thing that comes up is usually like a YouTube link.
Right.
Right.
And be someone like how to do this on whatever. So you'll go to it and they'll be someone, either you or someone else will be under the car waiting. Like, okay, let me find this out. And then it starts off with like,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
you'll see like the guy's like logo float.
They're like Jose's garage.
Right, right. And it's like, what's up, everyone? I just wanted today.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be a lot of you guys have been asking me.
Okay, so I've
and
got my buckets together.
Yeah.
I gathered my tools that I'm going to be using.
A lot of you guys wrote in because you kept asking me this one, so I figured I'd make a video.
Personally, I like to use the Felpro gaskets because they have a metal ring about that. It's like, dude,
Yeah, and you're just
shut
like,
the fuck up.
you're like holding something up.
Yeah, you're all greasy, and you're like using like the tip of your pinky knuckle because it's like clean piece of flesh on you to like navigate
Wipe
the
the
phone.
screen.
And then you try to like scrub through the video to find it, and you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, you, like, go
It's
past it.
just like, would you fucking? Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
But that happens. Yeah, not even just with cars, with like anything. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or even like sometimes you'll be like playing a game and you like want to figure out like how do I beat this guy or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what's the trick to getting past this?
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing. All right, so a lot of people have been asking me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
make sure you watch my other video about that.
Yeah.
And you're constantly like double tapping the video to
You're
like
just
skip
like-
15
just like,
seconds
God
ahead,
damn it.
and then you'll skip past it, and you're like, "Fuck."
Nobody cares. Yeah, the other version of that, like the kind of the older version of that, was forum posts.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
people don't really do it anymore.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because a video is better in some ways,
Uh-huh.
but it'll be like how to replace the water pump, and they'll have like 30 pictures. You know, like
First, pull the car onto a lift.
Yeah.
well, no, like I'm just saying, like that used to be the video.
Oh, yeah,
version.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the annoying part of because those you could just scroll.
Right,
They're
right.
way easier to skip.
Yeah.
But the annoying part with those was like, hey, like, does anyone know how to like back the third bolt to the water pump out or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Like, and the title of the post is like 98 Civic water pump removal help.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, thank God, perfect. And then like. Either like post 3 is like this has been answered so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Like use the search, asshole. You're like, fuck, but I
just need to. Yeah, I
just
still.
answered so many times, then just paste the answer.
Yeah.
And then like the other,
You're like, I still need to find.
yeah, like I still give a shit. Come into this thing like 2 years later.
Yeah.
And then the other version of that is when it's like kind of a more complex thing. It's like, does anyone know how to like meter out the fuel pump relay on the whatever? And it'll be like pages and pages of like
Instructions.
what is it doing? Like,
And then like the next guy's like, oh, actually, I disagree. I would do it this way.
Or it'll be
And you're
like,
which
I
way's
think
right?
you can fix it by soldering the blah. Like, and then every fucking time it's like, I'm going to try it this weekend and I'll report.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll report back to you guys. And it's like the threads from like 2014.
And no
And
answer.
you're like, oh, surprise. You never fucking reported back. I'm going to go try it and let you know.
Yeah.
And so you'll scroll through to the end of the thread. It's like, it never got
Yeah.
answered. It's 14 fucking pages.
The-
He probably just
Like,
died of a heart attack 2 days later.
The last reply will be like, did anyone ever figure this out?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
someone
bumped up like
research-
years
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
like having this problem, like sitting in my garage, like bleeding. Like, did anyone fucking? It's just like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite ones is forums searching. Is you'll find the answer and like you'll go to it, but whatever like host they use to post the image
Yeah.
files, it's just like image not available anymore, and you're just
Just
like,
like
yeah.
shitty,
You're
like,
like,
early
fuck.
2000s
Yeah.
image host.
Yeah.
And then all the posts are like, great.
yeah,
Post.
yeah,
Wow.
awesome write up, very detailed
Very
photos.
thorough.
The photos
It's
are
just like 1800 broken
Yep.
links and like text and stuff. Yeah, those are kind of a bummer.
Didn't like someone like Photo Bucket or whatever, like just like a year or two ago, just like went out of business or something?
Oh, really?
Really?
And they just like took down like that was like the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, to put
It's too
photos.
And
bad.
it essentially just removed like every image ever posted.
Well, there's
on the
really
forum.
no way to make money off that.
No.
Like the ones that exist now, they will put ads on the photos
right.
that get linked,
So yeah.
linked to. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Some like the value of a forum was those posts, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the leading factors that has helped sustain the M5 values. Is
Yeah.
There's a forum with like every DIY
Right.
you could ever want. That's
all
like
there.
well documented. It's like and if a car doesn't have that, it's like, well, fuck it.
It also seems like forums are kind of going the way of like blogs, where they're just like trying to ram as many like advertisements.
Oh, yeah,
as-
yeah.
It's
now-
not, it's not a lucrative,
It's like
and the fan base shrinks.
yeah, it's like please use our mobile format so we can like have
Yeah.
like 7 ads in between each post.
Yeah, they're
Right.
pretty bad. It's too bad. They were better than whatever exists
Oh, yeah.
now.
Right.
But they just to monetize them is not.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It's not a wise venture.
It's not really doable anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's too bad. End of an era.
Next up, so the last like couple weeks, there's been a bunch of people talking about like the take rates for manual transmissions, across like all cars, just like how few
Really?
Manuals
cars
are
are sold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
someone
topic
like
getting hot again.
yeah, like I guess I don't know if manufacturers just started releasing the info or people just asked them, just added like
Interesting.
different blogs and news stuff.
Okay.
But the funniest one is like in 2018 the Toyota 86,
Yeah.
Yeah.
FRS, whatever. It only 33% were sold with a stick.
Well, that's pretty high.
That
don't
makes
you think?
sense to me though.
No, really?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
That
think that's
car?
high.
Yeah, I think mostly females drive that car.
Yeah, bro,
be
that's
honest.
that's like a sporty little
Yeah.
secretary.
But it said the Subaru, the BRZ was like 3/4 or something. with
Wow,
sticks.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think that makes sense to me because I think the BRZ is like, who the fuck who's shopping for a Subaru would buy that thing?
Yeah.
It's so different
It's
than anything else
it
Subaru
has
makes.
nothing to do with anything else in their lineup. It's
Yeah.
literally this standalone
Right.
Halo car.
The halo like off to the side.
Yeah, it's like the sideways hat Halo.
Yeah.
But it's like you wouldn't be like, oh, I was considering the like
Outback or
Forester,
something,
but
yeah.
I got this, and so it's like you go there for that thing, and that's going to be an
But
enthusiast
who,
crowd.
on the other hand, who is going to buy an 8.6? Like,
I think a lot of just like whatever college age.
think so. That's like
I think so.
That's
Totally.
that's a horrible car.
That's
for
like
that.
the
Yeah.
that's like the modern Celica.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, and it's like low center of
You know,
gravity.
really,
and-
but why would you put up with a 2-seat car?
seats.
Yeah.
Technically,
Because it's cute.
Yeah.
and like
Really?
cool.
I think so.
and-
Yeah, it's just a little sporty little car that's not that
I
expensive.
bet a lot of young women like that car.
Yeah.
All right, if you're a young woman,
Yeah, not to say like women don't drive stick, but I think I think that car probably draws a very casual audience. Because
Well,
like, what's this little thing?
well,
and
but
it's
you would
cheap.
think the whole thing with that car is like it's not fast. It's like it's very fun to drive. It's like its whole
Right.
I
selling
don't think
point.
that's why they're buying it. I think the people who are buying it for that are buying a stick.
Yeah.
Right, of
But
course.
the majority of them
but
are.
but that's only a third of
Yeah.
anyone that buys that car.
Yeah, because I bet the Subaru one, I bet the number of stick owners for both is close.
Is that percentage? Is that worldwide? 86
I think that's just the
sales
US.
or just in the
Just
US?
Can you
Just
find
US.
how many? Do they have just percentages or do they have totals? Because
don't
I wouldn't be
think-
surprised if the total
But I think they only sold like 3,000 of them. That's like a
for
pretty
both
low.
brands.
Maybe even less for the Subaru.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing the number of stick sold for both is similar.
You think so?
Yeah,
Just
and there's
they-
just
they
way
just sold that
more,
many more
people
Toyotas.
buying. There's just way more casual buyers.
Yeah.
because the 8.6 is not that much different from like, I want like, do you want the Corolla or like,
Yeah.
no, like this thing is way cool. It's way cooler than a Corolla.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if someone's buying a car for you or whatever, and you're at the Toyota dealership and you can have
Get
that
that.
thing, like fuck yeah, 100%.
To me, that just feels like I mean, that's a niche ass car, even compared to like a Mustang.
I think it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I think Mustang's the same kind of thing. The majority of people buying a Mustang are getting like the 4-cylinder
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
automatic
Yeah, well,
because it's
of
just
course,
like a
yeah.
fun looking whatever car. It's just that thing. It's
Yeah.
like it's a Toyota Mustang.
Smaller.
It's just way smaller and like not as cool, and that's why they sell like a tenth.
Yeah,
of
but I guess
the
in a way, it's kind of like an automatic Miata has always seemed like so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, a Miata's.
But I think they sell a lot of automatic Miatas.
Oh, do
Let me-
they?
let me look
I
it
don't
up.
think that's true. I
Like
bet,
new ones?
Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
a lot of Miatas are stick.
I can probably look it up. Hold up. 76.
Okay.
76% of what Miatas?
Oh yeah, 76% of Miatas.
Yeah,
are
because I
stick.
don't
Last
think I
year
think
were
people
stick.
I think people buying a Miata go to the dealership to buy a Miata.
Yeah.
And they want a sporty experience.
Do you think there's a lot of people that just show up at a Toyota dealer like, oh, I like that one.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems like such an old-fashioned way of getting a car. But
Yeah. Well, it's like that's why I think it's crazy, but I think the majority of people who buy a car like don't really know that much about the cars going in. Like,
Yeah.
I heard Toyotas were nice.
Yeah.
Like
it's reliable.
well,
It's like-
I could see that, but I can't see like I went here to get something else, and then I saw this.
I think they just go there. They don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to.
I think
they
it's
have
like
no idea what
I
they
think
want to
it's
get.
like, you want to go car shopping?
yeah.
It's like I need some new clothes.
It
Let's go
could,
to the mall. It's
or
like,
it could be
I
like
think we need a new car.
older guy buying a car for his wife or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet it's a pretty young audience,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not necessarily like an enthusiast or whatever
Interesting.
audience. That is my guess, because
Yeah.
that car, it's not like, I mean, it's very similar to saying like look how many Mustangs they sold.
Because
I
that
can't
car-
believe they only sold this many 5 liters with a stick.
Right.
It's like, why else would you buy a Mustang?
But I mean, automatic Mustang is still good. I mean, it's not.
So an FRS is still good for most people. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
gets the
fine.
job
They
done.
probably think that thing's sporty.
Yeah.
It's
Got sport mode, bro. Just throw it in sport mode.
Yeah, that is my
But you know
feeling
what's
as
even
to
worse
happening.
is it's like automatics are pretty good nowadays
Yeah.
overall.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look even back, like sometimes I try to look for like Supras for sale, like Mark IIs or
Oh, yeah.
even Mark IIIs. And it's like like 65% of these things are automatic. Like
Yeah.
and like automatics fucking sucked back then.
Yeah,
Yep.
they ruined
Yeah.
that car.
Like it was way slower, like got shittier mileage. It's
Yeah, we've
probably like
talked about
less
that.
reliable.
I suspect going forward, like the 8.6, even though the automatic is good in that,
Yeah.
like those will also not hold their value for shit.
Yeah.
No one's gonna want. No
That-
enthusiast.
Yeah, that's.
It's like no matter what the auto.
But it's like it's like they're forgivable now. There are some cars
They're
where it's like
fine.
a toss up. Like, I'd take an auto, I'd take a stick, but
Right.
yeah.
fucking like a 240 SX. Like imagine
Yeah, an
driving
automatic.
an automatic 240
Yeah.
SX.
Yeah, it becomes not
KA24, yeah.
Yeah.
240 SX anymore. Yeah, it's literally a truck drivetrain.
And like more than half of them,
Yeah. Are
it's like,
automatic.
no, I want the one that makes it slower. and
Yeah.
super.
But that was the same deal. It's just like
One-
people buying a sporty, like whatever car. Yeah, 8.6. I honestly like that car appeals to me more and more It's unfortunate that there's some. I think those will end up being very theft targeted.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. Especially like once they stop making it, whenever they eventually decide to
Right.
stop making them.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Yeah. I wish they were a little cheaper.
I know they're probably never. Gonna,
I don't know if they're gonna. It seems like 14, 15 grand is about
the bottom
for like a non like super high mileage or like salvaged.
Have you guys seen the VW Jetta like GLI commercial? Like with like it's the dude like driving a stick and then like he parks it and
don't think
him and his friend get out of it and his friend's like, "Aren't you going to lock the car?" And he's like, "No, it's got the millennial anti-theft device." And I was just like, "God, that's the dumbest fucking thing ever."
Boomer.
millennials are killing manual transmissions. Yeah, I don't know. That one does not surprise me. If you told me that 2/3, well, I don't know. I don't know what you could tell me that would surprise me. I was gonna say if you could tell me that 2/3 of Subaru, the BRZs were auto, I'd be surprised. I think that would
just
surprise me.
because of how they exist.
Yeah, I bet
Versus the rest of the lineup.
I can almost guarantee you that the majority of people who even own a Subaru don't know that the BRZ is a Subaru.
Probably not.
It's such a.
Well, I think like the sales numbers of that thing are like pitiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they probably sold like 2,000 of them total or something. last
Ever?
year. No, like
in a
recently,
year.
like in the last now that the initial kind of hype is worn
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. 2,000 a year. That's not terrible.
I can look it up.
Nah, you don't need to look at it.
It's low. It's something there.
It feels like a couple hundred a year. That would be pitiful. I don't think 2,000 a year is pitiful. That's not too bad.
Look it up.
All right, how are we going to end this? Should we do one more hot take?
No, I don't know. I was kidding. We can do one. Yeah, that's fine.
I think
You don't
here's
want
a
to do.
good one.
I think the grandpa one is a good way to.
Yeah, the grandpa one's pretty good.
Okay, here is something we were thinking about with the darker side of self-driving cars that will happen.
Yeah, eventually.
This will legitimately happen. This is not a nightmare scenario. This is actually something that's going to happen. Is that at some point you'll be able to order
Self-driving car.
Well, sorry, 3,800. That was
what?
BRZ sold last year.
Well, thanks. That changes. That changed
The whole
Not only did you stop the flow of the podcast, but you added something of significant value.
Yeah.
Let's go back and redo the whole topic with that information in mind. Anyway, self-driving.
Okay, so at some point you'll be able to order an Uber and just get you'll tell it where you are and where you're going in the app, which is what you do now, but there won't be a driver. A car will just show up, you'll get in it, whatever. And so at some point,
Inevitably.
this will be a great thing for old people, because old people, it's always awkward when grandma's shouldn't be driving, but
Right.
she's still doing it.
Yeah.
When do we have that conversation? And so they'll start Ubering. That's awesome.
I'm sure they do it now.
Yeah, but the shitty part is at some point you're going to get people who are in poor enough health where they will die
in the car.
in transit. In transit. Which
Of a
means-
self-driving car.
Yeah, which means you're going to get this self-driving coffin, essentially. It's like, Grandpa's here. And, this car will roll up. It's coming down the drive. Here comes Grandpa. And the kids are running out. And he's going to be dead. Dude's going to be dead in it. Here it is. The door is going to automatically open. He's going to fall out of it. It's oh shit. Get the kids inside. The car is going to drive away.
Yeah.
Drag him by the belt buckle.
Then they're going to have to call out the hazmat crew to
Then you have to
decontaminate the car.
to order a self-driving hazmat, or an ambulance will come get him.
No, I meant to decontaminate the car that transported the dead body.
The car gets
Yeah.
diverted
Yeah.
into the cleaners.
The autonomous coroner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that's good. They're gonna have to address that somehow, because it's gonna happen. This is not a
gonna be
non-zero.
Occasionally, you're going to have to put your finger on something to read your heartbeat or something.
Yeah, I wonder if there'll be
Vital meter.
Yeah, vital monitor, or it's he died.
Divert to hospital.
Divert to the morgue.
And on the other end, there probably has to be kids born in.
That's
probably true.
self-driving
That's probably
Ubers.
true too.
Yeah, and then they'll have to double the fare.
It's like robotic hands come out to deliver the baby.
Robo doctor. Anyways, we were just kind of laughing in a morbid way about because it's gonna happen.
It might happen to one of us actually by the time.
Be so lucky.
Yeah, to live in an age where you can die in your Uber and be dumped off at your high school reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, let us know if you thought this was worth. Well, you probably shouldn't. We'll just assume it was. I don't know if our ego can handle the reality.
Yeah.
The 6 of you who listen to this, hope you enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, and we will likely be back
next month.
next month with this super secret podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you for being a patron.
Yeah.
We appreciate your support.
Yeah, we don't need to ask them to become patron.
Yeah. If you're enjoying the podcast,
Yeah.
pat yourself
Make
on
sure
the
you
back,
stay.
because you're a great person for contributing to this. Anyways, yeah, thank you for the support. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
See you.